I'm talking about.
We're 2 weeks ago when we started this journey. 30 years ago when your dad played, 60 years ago when your granddad played. Little wrinkle here, little wrinkle there, but the basics remain the same. The team that runs, blocks, tackles, throws, kicks, catches, feints, executes, and wants it the most is going to win this football game. Hey, let's get back to thinking about this morning for 1 second. Think about it. Hey, stay with me. Stay with me. Reflection. Where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. The special night tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to work.
The Live Oak Eagles, who made it to the quarterfinals last season, looking to take it a step further this season. Let's take a look at our keys to victory. First of all, for the West Feliciana Saints, as they come in with a record of 1-1 and led by head coach Rob Odom.
Yeah, for West Feliciana, they don't want to beat themselves, and usually that means turnovers and penalties, particularly going against a good Live Oak defense. And then with their young quarterback, Clement, they just want to take what the defense gives them offensively, and then you got to hold down Hawkins. Key Hawkins is the true test of this Live Oak team.
And then for the Live Oak Eagles, Brett Beard in his 4th season.
Well, Brett Beard preaches physicality, and so that's the number one thing for this team. Be physical in the trenches. They need to tackle well. You got some skilled players on West Feliciana, got to bring them down, and they have had trouble starting fast. If they can start fast, Coach Beard feels good about their chances.
Fell behind 14-0 to Mandeville last week, but won it by 6. You may have noticed that Live Oak was wearing camouflage uniforms. For more on that, let's bring in the 3rd member of our broadcast crew, Smacker Miles. Smacker?
Hey guys, that's right. Live Oak will be wearing these National Guard uniforms tonight. It says Louisiana on the front, and on the back it says National Guard, and as you can see right here on the side, there's an American flag. This is really special to Coach Beard and his team. Here's what he had to say about their reaction when they found out.
Oh, no, they love it. You know, they're smart enough to recognize that it has a deeper meaning than just wearing something different. I mean, I want to thank all our real heroes out there and people that give up for their families, and the mothers, the fathers, the sons, the daughters that fight for this country. You know, I couldn't be more thankful to wear that flag.
And he preaches service to his players all the time. So this is definitely going to be a special night here at Live Oak for these Live Oak football players. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Macker. Great atmosphere here tonight for the Live Oak Eagles, ranked number 7 in Class 5A. Cool uniforms, and they got a chance to take down the defending 3A champions. West Feliciana won the toss. They elected to receive. Clayton Howard is back to receive, but it's not Clayton Howard. And it's brought back from the 2-yard line. Still on his feet for West Feliciana. That is Alonzo Jackson, and a good return all the way out to the 35-yard line. And that is where the Saints, with their flex bone option, will begin this football game offensively. Their quarterback, Bennett Clement, he replaces Derek Turner, who did a lot for this team. He is just a second sophomore to start at quarterback for head coach Rob Odom. The other one was Derek Turner, and he's a guy that's a good runner. When you look at his numbers, he's only completed 7 passes, but for 234 yards. So that means they're averaging 33 yards per pass play.
And just turn it on.
Clement, 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. First offensive play, handoff right up the middle, and that's just for a couple of yards. DJ Cummings. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here for tonight's ball game. DJ Cummings just got the carry. Clayton Howard, Hunter Gerard, Aaron Spears is a tight end, Aiden Howland at wide receiver. A totally new offensive line except for Taylor Castile. And that's a kid that's not going to be coming off the field tonight. McClure, Scott Emery, and Dalton Leet. Leet, Scott, Castile, and Emery are seniors. Andrew McClure, just a sophomore. Second and short, handoff right up the middle. Up to the 40, brings up 3rd down and 5. That was more of DJ Cummings, who's certainly a bruiser in there. Defensively for the Live Oak Eagles, Jalen Lee. He's a guy we'll be mentioning his name quite a bit tonight. A lot of schools are after him. Inside linebackers are really good. Blake Robinson and Gabe Kimball. The cornerbacks, Taylor and Tanner, they are twins. Eli Johnson is a McNeese commitment. And Cameron Dickerson already has an interception for a touchdown on the season. 3rd down and 4 here for West Feliciana. They'll keep it on the ground, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Saints to the 47-yard line. And another run there by DJ Cummings.
Well, no mistake about what the Saints want to do. They want to run the football, and you can see there 3 straight runs and a 1st down. And look, those are just tough yards, and that's what they want to establish. Coach Odom wants to establish that short running game.
It'll be 1st down and 10 now at the 46-yard line. Coach Odom, he believes in these running backs. Despite all the talent that they have lost, 21 seniors from that 3A championship team. And half of those guys are now playing college football somewhere, some at some big programs. Nothing going on there as Live Oak finally shuts it down. Back to the line of scrimmage. There's the look at Rob Odom in his 14th season with West Feliciana as the head coach, 24th season overall. Zachary High grad, where he played linebacker and tight end and went on to play collegiately at McNeese State. But he took West Feliciana to the semifinals the 2 previous seasons before they won the state titles. You see that rock on his finger. A well-earned state championship where they beat Richwood in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. 2nd down and 10. Let's see if Clement throws for the first time here tonight. Nope, they keep it on the ground, and it's shut down one more time. Mark Williams and Gabe Kimball combined on the stop. Sets up 3rd down and long now for West Fel.
Well, and this is part of that option attack. Good job by Live Oak. You know, they had penetration right up the middle. That's where West Feliciana was having success running the football, you know, in the first possession. But now, you know, you got to be careful. They'll try to get it out on the edges as you keep running that football up the middle.
So 3rd and 9. Equipment issue in the backfield. Plenty of time on the play clock, 15 and counting. They run it one more time, and nothing happening there. Not fooling Live Oak at all. There's Jalen Lee, number 68, 6'4", 290 pounds, and he can run like a linebacker.
Yeah, that's a big guy, big Jalen Lee. He's the stud right there, right plugging up the middle of that defense, and it's hard to run through that guy. And as you mentioned, he's got some speed too.
So out to punt now for West Feliciana will be Aiden Howland. He's averaging 35 yards a punt. Kay DuPont standing at the 15-yard line, ready to return it. Good punt here. DuPont calls fair catch at the 19. So we'll see Live Oak and their multiple I formation offense after the 34-yard punt. They've worked on the passing game a little bit more this season, has Live Oak, under new offensive coordinator Eric France. As you see, the Eagles take the field offensively. And their quarterback is a returning starter, Sal Palermo. No relation, 272 yards throwing the football, 2 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions. Threw for over 200 yards against Woodlawn in the season opener. Been dealing with a little bit of a back injury. Affected him a bit against Mandeville. We'll see if he's a little more healthy tonight. But knows the offense well. And they'll go to their big running back. Smash mouth football. You talked about it at the top of the broadcast. And that is all we've seen so far, Jason, as Key Hawkins got the carry for about 5 yards. Let's look at Live Oak's starting lineup. An entirely new offensive line. Matt Kiger is really the only one that has had any experience from a season ago, but they're coming along. Key Hawkins, Hagen Long, those are a couple of good running backs. Rhett Rosevier, who's a good baseball player. Palermo will throw. He's got all day. Delivers deep and to a lot of traffic, and it's incomplete. So 3rd down and 6. That'll give us a chance to take a look at the West Feliciana starting lineup on defense, allowing just 14 points a game, using just a 3-man front this year because of a lack of linemen. But Taylor Castile, he's a good one. Jackson Fazio, Malik Jacob, Okoria Anderson has 8 tackles on the season. He leads the team in that category. And in the defensive secondary, you got Clayton Howard, who's got an interception on the year. We'll also see Kyrie Morrison eventually in this football game, coming off an injury. On third down, Live Oak will not pick up the first down as West Feliciana's defense stops to run up the middle. That was a Darius Franklin who only has a couple of tackles on the year, but he wrapped up the running back. And Live Oak goes 3 and out on their first offensive possession of the night. Yeah, that was a big-time collision right there, preventing the first down. And, you know, both teams, as you mentioned, Jeff, coming out trying to establish the run. Obviously, Palermo let one go, but it was an ill-advised throw into double coverage, and now Live Oak will have to punt the football. Looks like Clayton Howard back to return for West Feliciana, and Cole Crenshaw will handle the kicking and punting duties tonight for the Eagles. Line drive punt, it's going to go out of bounds, and West Feliciana will maintain some good field position here with the football marked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Yeah, almost essentially where the Saints opened up their first drive with a good return, so good field position. Now, we saw the Saints on the opening drive. It was very conservative. It was, you know, runs right up the middle. They didn't even try to put any pressure on the outside of that Live Oak defense. But a lot of times, again, as you establish this sort of wishbone offense, you like to run it up the middle to eventually catch them sleeping on the outsides. I see Kyrie Morrison is out there now for West Feliciana. He's the Louisiana Tech commitment. He'll be lined up at the top of your screen on this formation, standing there at the 40-yard line. Clement barking out the signals here on first down. Now they pitch it. They finally go to the outside, and they get a few yards there. Good pursuit, though, as Live Oaks, Brett McCoy chases down the ball carrier, Hunter Gerard, who's got 45 yards rushing on the season. And it's 2nd down and 6. Yeah, you almost wonder if that first series for the Saints was somewhat scripted, but there you see trying to test them down a little bit on the edges, getting it to Gerard. And then, you know, you're eventually going to try to see number 7, Howard, and, of course, Morrison are the two guys for this offense that can break it open. 2nd and 6. Clement looks over the defense, waiting for the snap. They go right back up the middle, but first guy there was Mark Williams again, and not much happening there for DJ Cummings. 2 touchdowns in the season opener against East Feliciana, where the Saints won 23-6. Cummings had 79 yards rushing in that game, has 118 on the season, and we have already hit the hydration timeout here with 3rd down and 5 coming up for West Feliciana. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Time on YurView. We'll be back after this.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by West Feliciana Parish, where you really can have it all. The best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out wfparish.org.
Welcome to Monogram Express, a unique embroidery boutique specializing in personalized and one-of-a-kind gift ideas. Gifts for babies, children, ladies, and even men, we have you covered. Equipped with state-of-the-art embroidery machines, along with an experienced client-focused staff serving you 6 days a week. Check out the area's largest selection of letters, designs, and thread colors. We're your one-stop embroidery shop, handling personal, corporate, team, and school logos, and you're welcome to bring in your own items. Conveniently located at 2109 Veterans. Monogram Express makes your ordinary gifts extraordinary.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone. Stronger, faster, better. Choose Peak.
Down on the field, it's 3rd down and 5. Live Oak fans making some noise here as West Feliciana has the football for the 2nd time tonight. They've already converted once on 3rd down. And we have a whistle. And a timeout going to be called by the Saints. Well, obviously they were looking for something. Out of the half.
See Jeremy White calling the timeout, but obviously they were looking for something. But when they saw the matchups, didn't like it, and I'm wondering if they're going to try to get. I saw single coverage out there on Morrison. It would be wondering if Live Oak allows that single coverage to exist, or will they cheat a safety over? But that may be your matchup.
West Feliciana defeated Richwood 40-21 in the 3A championship game. And what a team that was, led by Devon Smoke Harris. We did their semifinal game against Jennings, and he was impressive. And then Derek Turner at quarterback, rushed for over 1,000 yards, threw for over 1,000 yards. So they have to replace over 5,000 yards of total offense. So it's quite a rebuilding project here for West Feliciana, and they've played a tough schedule already, going up against the likes of East Feliciana, Livonia, and then they start district play next week against the U-High Cubs.
Yeah, it's just tough to replace that much talent. They were such a loaded club, and many of those guys are now playing on the collegiate level. 3rd
and 5 as West Feliciana gets it back out there. Live Oak showing blitz. They got a bunch of guys at the line. Here they come. They run right up the middle, and not much happening again for DJ Cummings. So Gabe Kimball in on another stop. So West Feliciana has run about 10 plays, and only one of them has been outside the tackles.
Well, that's right. And here you go. You take a look at the replay, and, keeping it very conservative. Remember, Clement, their quarterback, if there's anything that maybe they gained from the quarterback from last year, Turner, the great one, is that he can actually throw the ball. But I think Odom is going to pick and choose those situations when he's going to be confident in him throwing the football. But, Live Oak has traditionally started slow, and so, hey, they don't want to get out of the ball game or force a turnover.
Almost blocked. Good punt by Holland. DuPont calls a fair catch at the 15. 38-yard punt with a little pressure on Aiden Holland, who came in averaging 35 a boot. There's a look at Brett Beard. What a job he's done here at Live Oak. 3 playoff wins in 3 seasons as the head coach. Actually, it should be 4 playoff wins in 3 seasons, but 51-45 in his 4th season. This is finally, these freshmen are now seniors, and there's been a lot of firsts at Live Oak since he's been here. They've won their first playoff game in school history. They hosted their first playoff game, a game that we were here for against John Ehret a couple years ago, and then they came into this season ranked in the preseason top 10 in Class 5A, first time ever. Key Hawkins into the West Feliciana secondary, and he's breaking away. Still on his feet, all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, 85 yards, Key Hawkins.
Well, that's starting a little faster. And we talked about Key in the break. Just an incredibly gifted running back, but a strong, strong athlete. Squats nearly 700 pounds, and I tell you what, he showed his strength and his speed and his balance on this run. But just an incredible run right here, getting through some of the traffic on the line, then turning on the speed there. But this is the strength. Look, just get off of me. It's kind of like one of those Nintendo games where you're just pushing people off of you. This is impressive, the balance. That is the agility and balance, and that's just an unbelievable run there.
4th touchdown run of the season for Hawkins. In fact, he has scored the last 4 touchdowns for Live Oak. And they have taken a 7-0 lead here over West Feliciana. Hawkins had 169 yards rushing against Mandeville. He gets 85 on this impressive run.
Well, just sit back and enjoy this one. I mean, this is one of the best runs you'll probably see of the year. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable balance and strength. So 5, 6, 7 guys trying to get Key Hawkins down.
Man, that was impressive. Very good run by Hawkins. Came in to the contest averaging 8.5 yards a carry. That average just went up. He's replacing Khalil Smith, who was a big part of last year's turnaround for Live Oak. If you remember, last year they started 2-5. They were on a 5-game losing streak, and then they finally got it going going. They won 5 in a row and got into the playoffs and made it all the way to the quarterfinals. Here's a big return for Alonzo Jackson. Jackson all the way up to the 41-yard line and finally tackled from behind. But so far, West Feliciana has been kind of explosive on special teams. The kickoff return.
Well, Jackson has been their offense. I mean, every time they kicked off, they're starting up next to midfield because of the returns that Jackson is displaying out here. Maybe they need to put him on offense, Jeff.
Unfortunately, there's a flag here inside the 10-yard line. We'll find out what that's about, but this could really push West Feliciana back, and it will.
Return, holding number 23, return team, half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul, first down.
Well, that's going to be unfortunate because that infraction came deep in their own territory, so then you're half the distance. They're going to be starting around their 5-yard line, and yeah, that really backs you up there.
Upon the scoring drive you just saw a second ago, we'll see if we can see the.
Yeah, you can see the block in the back right there by number 32, and that's where the infraction was committed.
So West Feliciana, who's been starting near midfield, now has to start from their own 5-yard line, and we've seen it pretty conservative play calling so far. I don't know this is where you want to start opening it up if you're Rob Odom.
Yeah, I would say not.
Well, they're going to throw, and it's complete as they get it out to the outside. This is Kyrie Morrison. Morrison reverses field, and Morrison is very difficult to bring down. A 12-yard play there, as that's Kyrie Morrison. 3 catches on the season, make it 4. Just a physical kid, long, 6'4", and he's also a big, deep threat.
Well, he may be the best athlete they have on the team, but this is one where the coach really, you begin to panic. You can do a quick little hitch out there and just say, hey, see if you can beat your guy. But when you see him reverse field almost back into the end zone, you're like, no. And then as he starts to break, you're like, yes, that's what I meant.
Got the first down, and it gives the Saints a little bit of breathing room now. Devon Smoke Harris, he went over to Louisiana Tech. Ooh, almost a bad snap. Now they pitch it. This is Clayton Howard, nowhere for him to run. And he is going to go down at the 12-yard line. Bunch of Eagles flock to the football, led by Eli Johnson, the McNeese commitment, number 11. There's a kid that plays with a lot of passion. 7 tackles on the season.
Well, and when you run this option offense, everything's got to click just perfectly. And that high snap throws all the rhythm off and the pitch depth of your running back. And really that play was almost kind of a busted play from the beginning. But as Howard was getting to the outside, he shouldn't have slowed up. He should have just, again, taken what the defense gives him and try to get as many positive yards as possible.
He ended up losing 4 yards on the play. West Feliciana slow to break the huddle, only 7 seconds on the play clock. Let's see if the sophomore quarterback sees that. There's 2 on the play clock, 1, and they have to burn a timeout. 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. That is the second timeout that West Feliciana has used. Earlier today, we had a chance to talk with one of our great sponsors of the Game Time, and that's Pandas. Let's hear now from Jarrell Hopper and Jim Hogg.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm out here with Gerald Hopper, Partners Barbecue. We can't do it without Partners Barbecue. Gerald, how you doing, man?
I am doing great. I think we have a little competition tonight. I see they're cooking some barbecue over here.
Yeah, listen, there's no barbecue better than Partners Barbecue. I'm going to tell you something. He feeds the crew every week. He's been a great sponsor to bring these games to you folks every week for the last how many years, I don't know. But his ribs, you've got to taste the slow-cooked ribs. They're the best. Gerald, tell me about the ribs.
Well, you hit it. They're slow cooked. We marinate our ribs. We have our own special marinade. We season them very well, and we put them on the smoker. We'll smoke them with firewood, and they come out, and we take our time, and they come out real good and tender, and I'll guarantee you they're the best in town.
Gerald Hopper, I'll tell you, you got that brand new TV spot with blues aficionado Kenny Neal, and he does a great job with it. I want to tell you something. He loves the baked beans. He says they're the best he's ever had. Tell me about the baked beans real quick.
Well, you're doing it for me, Jim. They're the best, and everybody says if there's one thing everybody talks about, it's ribs.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. You're the one. How long have you been in business real quick?
Well, we've been in business in Baton Rouge for over 35 years, and just like the song says, we're still having fun, and we're still the one.
Gerald Harper, Partners Barbecue. How can people find you? Where's your location?
Florida at Donmore, Sherwood at I-12.
Gerald Harper, Partners Barbecue. Thank you, Gerald. Back to you, fellas.
3rd down and 17 here for West Feliciana. Clement's throw is caught, and it's not going to be enough for the first down, I don't think. But at least they get it away from the end zone. Clayton Howard on the grab. Man, it's really close. But I think he's going to be about a yard short or a half a yard short. How about that on 3rd down and 17? You go 16 and a half yards on the pass play.
Well, if there's anything you may gain with Clement from Turner is that he is a very good passer. He's not going to have the running skills anywhere close to Turner, but you can see there that was a good rollout, and he fired that thing as a dart right on target. The only real issue there was Howard didn't run to the chains. You got to make sure you run those routes long enough so that you pick up the first down. He ran it about a half yard too short, and now the Saints are going to have to punt the football.
Good coverage by Eli Johnson. Aiden Howland back out to punt. His last one went for 38 yards. They went after it again. End over end punt. Takes a great bounce and roll here for the Saints, and it'll be down at the 36-yard line. Well, we saw West Feliciana open it up a little bit more there. Maybe they'll have more confidence going forward with the sophomore quarterback, Bennett Clement. And now we'll see the Eagles offense once again. Hawkins, 3 rushes for 94 yards after that 85-yard touchdown run. He had 3 touchdowns in a 9-minute span in that game against Mandeville. Had 127 yards rushing against West Feliciana last year.
Yeah, he was the difference maker last week. He really just turned it on at the end, and that's the only reason Live Oak was able to get out of there with a win.
Play action fake for Palermo.
Got it.
Wide open and going down the sidelines. It's Rhett Rosevier who gets pounded out of bounds by Robert Smith. But another big play for the Eagles offense, 29 yards.
Well, that's just blown coverage. Rosevier coming out of the backfield on a little wheel route. You'll see it right here. And I mean, just wide open. All Palermo has to do is step up and deliver that football, and Palermo's going to deliver that 10 out of 10 times. Good throw.
And this is what they think they can do a little bit more this season, is they do not want to see opposing defenses stacking the box on them. And you know, after an 85-yard touchdown run, the Saints were going to come out and sell the run. Here's a pitch, and a good job by Westfell. They cover that up. Key Hawkins got smothered on the play by a couple of Saints defenders, led by Kyrie Morrison.
Yeah, good pursuit there by Morrison. You can see him, and just a good-looking athlete, long-rangey, plays both ways. And that time, Live Oak very, very fortunate not to have a turnover. It's kind of a high and wide pitch, and good job by Hawkins just pulling it down.
And that's what Rob Odom is really preaching to this inexperienced defense. Fly to the football, make up for the lack of experience with enthusiasm. Not much of a gain there for Hagen Long, who is averaging nearly 5 yards a carry. And he'll bring up 3rd down and about 7, as he got 3 there on that game.
Well, that's what you want from Long. I mean, 5 yards a carry is unbelievable. Kind of lined up in that fullback position. He has to do all the dirty work, the lead blocking and all that kind of stuff for Key Hawkins. And every now and then he gets his carries.
Under a minute to go in this opening quarter from Live Oak High School. Week 3 of the high school football season. The defending 3A champs, West Feliciana. And then Live Oak trying to go 3-0 on the season. They bring extra personnel, but it doesn't matter, as that might be enough for a first down, and it is, and there's a flag down on the play. Very hard run there by Key Hawkins. Well, let's see what the flag is all about.
It kind of came in the secondary as Hawkins was breaking tackles and carrying defenders.
14-yard run. Jeremy White, though, will tell us what the call is about.
During the run, incidental face mask defense. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
We'll see it here on the replay, the face mask. Just a 5-yard variety, though. Yeah, a little scrape across the face mask there by Okorie Anderson.
And when you see him coming, they're just trying to hang on for dear life, anything they can grab.
Now Hawkins, this time around, is lined up in the slot. That was something Brett Beard would tell us that they were going to do. They were going to move him around a lot. They pitch it out, and then with a head of steam, this is Hagen Long. And he gets all the way to the 3-yard line. He's got a little speed to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. You see him getting to the outside. And
that was was that Wesley Daigle? No, I think it was Hagen Long.
Yeah, that was Long on the carry, but still he gets to the outside, and really very good design play and trying to fool him a little bit, lining Hawkins up on the outside. But I tell you what, right now Live Oak is just winning the game of the trenches. I mean, this offensive line is just pushing them back, and they're able to establish the run.
Yeah, this new offensive line for Live Oak, 5 new starters on it, and they've played well through the first 12 minutes. 7-0 is our score. Great night for high school football. Great run by Key Hawkins has the Eagles on the board. This is Game Time on YurView.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
Nice sunset here in Livingston Parish, where Live Oak is leading West Feliciana 7-0. Jeff Palermo, Jason DeQueer, and Smacker Miles down on the sidelines. Live Oak already up by a touchdown, looking for more here with Palermo underneath center. I formation, Hawkins dot in the I. Long is the fullback. Now looks like they may be changing the play on 1st and goal. Long gets to carry, and Long's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, Live Oak right now is just imposing their will up front, and Jeff, I think maybe you or I could have carried that one in there, but Long really just goes right off the left guard there and walks right into the end zone. A good play call there by the Eagles, and again, right back on the scoreboard. Watch right here, just boom, big hole right there, and nobody even really touches him until he's in the end zone.
Live Oak on their first drive went 3 plays, 9 yards, and had a punt. Their last 2 drives, 7 plays for 145 yards. Good play calling there by Eric France, really mixing it up, and the extra point is good. And the Eagles are up 14-0. So, Live Oak, great student section here. What a job Brett Beard has done. He started his head coaching career at Woodlawn. He took a Woodlawn program that had just won 1 game the year before he got there. And then Woodlawn ended up finishing in 2014 with a winning record.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Coach Beard. I mean, the expectations here now, you mentioned all those firsts. They're now thinking about another first that they really want, and that's a state title. And you know, this guy has the ability to lead this program there. Unbelievable resources here, and expectations are high.
Lost by just a field goal to Acadiana. in the semifinals. This time, nice job by Live Oak on the kickoff coverage team as they covered it well. Trenton O'Quinn there defensively. As you look at Hagan Long, the junior running back, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Makes the tackle for Live Oak, and he advances the ball out to the 28-yard line, and we got an injured player down on the field.
Yeah, those are the two workhorses back there in the backfield for Live Oak, Key Hawkins and Hagan Long. I think that's a mistake there on the TV, but I think that is Long there. Got a player down.
No, this is not good as they look at his right knee. But that's a little bit more of a positive sign there. And that's Robert Smith. And hopefully he'll be okay and he can get back into the football game as he's the free safety for the Saints.
In fact, I got a Live Oak personnel next to me, and they're telling me it is Hagan Long. That it was, and if it wasn't, she would have been yelling at me. So so I know it's right, or hitting me on the back of the head. But hey, let's see if we can see the injury there.
Ooh, he just got totally the leg got caught underneath at the end of that tackle, and that looks painful.
Well, that's the last thing they need, and when you're talking about a 3A versus 5A school, the 3A team's not going to be as deep, so they need all their players healthy.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. And there's all kinds of movement, and
yeah, I think that's the right call. I think Live Oak crossed the neutral zone, sort of didn't get back.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, number 30, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, we saw West Feliciana, they opened it up a little bit on their last drive. Be interesting to see what they decide to do here with Rob Odom and company. That is the first penalty of the night against Live Oak early in the second quarter.
Well, I think they need to get the ball to number 3. I mean, that's their big playmaker, the Louisiana Tech commit, Kyrie Morrison. You've seen flashes of what he can do, and look, if there's an opportunity to get him the football, that's what I'd do.
He's lined up in the slot here. Instead, they go right up the middle, and it's just a brick wall right now. Gabe Kimball shutting down that running game once again. As only a yard carry for DJ Cummings, who really can't get it going in this contest.
Well, and the problem is it's not that Clement can't throw the football and Morrison can't catch it, but the real bread and butter and the way the foundation of this Saints offense is built, it's really an option, a flex bone attack, and so they're doing what they do. It's just that this Live Oak defense is pretty stout up front.
Just 15 yards on 9 carries for Cummings. 2nd and 4. They throw, and it's complete. And there's your guy.
That's what you got to do. I mean, I don't think any of those defensive backs for Live Oak can cover number 3. They're just not going to have the size or the physical ability to stick with him. And really, that's just pitch and catch. And look, Clement looked good throwing that football. Morrison obviously caught it clean, and that's just a rhythm throw and catch right there.
Now, Rob Odom feels really good about his quarterback, his sophomore quarterback, Bennett Clement. Told us before the game he's really advanced much quicker than they would have thought coming into the season, and it helps when you got a big target like Kyrie Morrison to throw the football to.
Well, and the question is, as you get more comfortable with Clement throwing the football, sometimes you have to adjust from year to year based on the talent you have at that position.
Pressure coming on. Clement's got to get out of there, and he gets brought down at the 35-yard line. 2 defenders came crashing in on him, and a loss of 6. Led by Jalen Lee.
Well, here when he was able to survive here initially, this is where you got to grow up a little bit. Hey, good job getting out the way, but let that football go. You're not going to be able to take off with that. You don't want to take the big loss, and that's some of the concern that Odom has, is how long can his pass protection kind of hold up and give Clement time to throw the football.
2nd and 16 now. Oh, and the snap gets away from Clement. And he's able to pounce on it at the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't know if it was just kind of wide of him. It didn't look like a high snap, and I don't know if Clement, I couldn't tell from here if he was ready for the snap. But let's see here. It didn't look like a bad, no, it wasn't a bad snap. It just lost concentration briefly there. And, again, sophomore quarterback, sometimes you're going to have some of those young mistakes.
And one of the Saints offensive linemen got hurt on the play as a defender got thrown into his legs. loss of 15. Take a look at it here. It's going to left side of your screen.
Yep. Those are the worst. We saw that last week. You know, when you get kind of rolled up from behind, you don't see it coming, and unfortunately, some of the worser injuries happen that way. Let's hope for the best here.
Both teams really inexperienced on that offensive line. Coach Odom was just like Brett Beard, really thinking his O-line was playing better. In fact, when we spoke with Coach Odom earlier this week, he said they had one of their best days of practice this week. They got 4 seniors on that O-line, so there's experience there, but just guys that haven't played much. Last year they had Zach McKeehan, who ended up going to Georgia Tech. And that's their best offensive lineman and defensive lineman as well. That's Taylor Castile. That's a guy that's not supposed to be coming off the field at all.
And particularly not in this way, but you know, Castile really is the rock and the glue of this football team. And man, of all the linemen, you don't want to see any of them go down, but this is the one you can least likely to afford to lose. That doesn't look good the way he's walking there.
So now West Feliciana, the news doesn't get any better as they're facing 3rd down and 31. They have -6 yards rushing against this Live Oak defense. Morrison will come out to the near side. Let's see if they just throw it to him and see if he can run for 30 yards.
They're way off of him. They're 15 yards off of him, so they're respecting him.
They run the option. Bennett keeps it, loses the ball. Quite a pile up for it there. Live Oak thinks they have it, and it will be Eagles football at the 25-yard line.
Wow. And this is so unfortunate here for the Saints. You've had 2 players go down, and it's 3rd and forever, and you're really just trying to dial up something conservative so that you can punt it and try to live to fight another down, and Clement just coughs it up. He is quarterback keeper here. You can see, and really, you just got to take care of that football. I didn't see.
Great job by Mark Williams to punch it out of there.
Coming from behind, he just doesn't see him and gets his hand in there, and good job by Williams punching it out, creating another turnover for this Eagles football team, and they're right back knocking on the door.
At the 25-yard line of West Feliciana, Eli Johnson there. I'm not sure if he was the one that ended up coming away with that football. But a lot of smiles and high fives on the Live Oak sidelines. Keeping it is Palermo, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, as Clayton Howard was all over him. And Howard, he had a great season last year as a junior with 6 sacks. Already has an interception this season. 5'8", 165 pounds. A lot of good athletes on this West Feliciana defense, but right now, Live Oak is taking it to them offensively. Pressure coming in on Palermo, and he is sacked at the 34-yard line. Nice job by the Saints defense trying to bail out their offense after the turnover. Okorie Anderson, who played a lot as a sophomore, gets a sack there. He came into the game with 4 tackles for a loss and 6 quarterback hurries, and he gets his first sack of the season as he blew past Hagen Long.
Yeah, and the thing is that play wasn't designed to last that long. Palermo's initial read wasn't there, and probably neither needed to tuck it or throw it away, but it allowed Anderson to get into the backfield and make a sure tackle on Palermo, and the Saints have had 2 very good consecutive plays on defense, pushing this Eagles offense back.
Lost some 9 on that last play. More pressure. Palermo hit as he's thrown. Is it an incomplete? Yeah, they ruled incomplete, and I think that's the right call. Jeremy White was all over it, but the pressure there by the Saints, they dial up the blitz, and Palermo, lucky he didn't fumble the football.
And this one's close, Jeff. I think his hand is on Palermo's arm. I just think Palermo's so strong that he's able to have his arm go forward. But look, I think That's close. I think that's a fumble, buddy. I think that arm he had not. But Palermo is so strong. It was smart of him to keep going through with the throwing motion, and that's typically what the referees will focus on. But look, that's a 50-50 deal there.
Hunter Gerard on the coverage or on the pressure. Palermo on 4th and 19 throws it, and it's caught, but well shy of the first down. It was caught by Rhett Rosevier, and West Feliciana's defense comes up with a big stand there after the turnover.
Well, if there's a moment in this game that could be the biggest turning point, it may be this defensive series right here. You're down 14-0 on the road. You can see there the throw by Palermo just short of the first down, deciding not to punt it. But here, now the Saints really at risk of going down by 3 scores early, able to make a big stop after the turnover, and now getting the football back with maybe some new life here. Let's see if this lights a plug under this Saints offense.
Kyrie Morrison made the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Saints, who have yet to really mount a drive at all. This is their 5th possession of the football game. And they only have 1 first down. 2 first downs. Quick pass. Howard spins away from one defender, can't get away from the second, and he's wrestled to the ground at the 29, a gain of 4.
Again, I think this is what the Saints need. They've had success doing this, just the little quick hitters out to the outside and let your playmakers try to break a tackle and get north up the field. And that time it was Howard, but we've seen that same little hitch route there with Morrison, and that's really where they've had the most amount of success thus far.
2nd down and 5. They've yet to get the ball to Dane Rabelais. That's their other playmaker at wide receiver. He's lined up on the near side here. Gets a lot of single coverage because of all the attention on Morrison. Not a good pass. That ball was wobbling into the hands of Morrison, who was then trying to look upfield and make a play, and it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, one Morrison has to catch. That's on him. And look, it may have not been the best spiral in the world. You can see him pointing at himself. But look, this is supposed to be a collegiate player on the next level. You got to make that play for your team and get up the field. Just trying to get up the field too early.
First incompletion of the night for Clement, who's 4 of 5 for 40 yards.
And you know, that really stings because it would have put you in a 3rd and real short situation, opening up all the options on your offense. Now more in a 3rd and long now.
The Saints just 1 of 5 on 3rd downs so far in this game. Clement's got time, and he zips one too far from Clayton Howard. And another 3 and out for that West Feliciana offense. As that time they opened it up, 3 straight passes, Jason, as the running game hasn't been there tonight.
No, and sometimes you have to pass the ball a little bit more to open up the running game. And that time I thought Howard just didn't run a crisp route. Wasn't a bad throw there by Clement, but Howard's got to keep through that route.
Aiden Howland has been busy, the punter tonight for the Saints. Live Oak has come close to blocking one of his punts. They bring a lot of guys again. And look at this, the bounce and the roll.
Wow.
Man, that looks,
let it roll.
Looks like one of Jason DeQuare's 3 irons right up to the green. 51-yard punt.
And I don't even carry a 3 iron. That's a hard club to hit, Jeff. But believe it or not, I probably hit a pitching wedge like that before.
So Live Oak now will start this time from inside their own 19-yard line. 6:51 to go before halftime.
Well, let's see if the Saints have kind of settled in here on defense. A great defensive series last possession there by West Feliciana. Let's see if they can keep the pressure on, stay in this contest.
Long is the lone running back. Hawkins is spread out in the slot. And then Grant Richardson is the wide receiver all the way to the top of your screen. Palermo throwing deep, single coverage, and a nice adjustment on the ball by Richardson. Big first down up to midfield.
Yeah, there's a great throw there by Palermo. Good catch by Richardson, and the defensive back there for the Saints just got lost and could not locate the football, but Palermo lays this ball right where you're supposed to. Keep that ball to the outside and just don't even give that defensive back a chance to make a play on it. That's an excellent route, good throw, and good catch.
31 yards on the pass play. Richardson's 8th catch of the season. Had an 84-yard touchdown catch versus Woodlawn. Had 5 catches in that game against the Panthers. Key Hawkins doing what he does. Hawkins back into the West Feliciana secondary to the 38-yard line, and another Eagles first down on a 13-yard run for Hawkins, who's well over 100 yards on the night.
And this is where I think this Eagles offense can be different this year and more explosive, because once you get Palermo going through the air and some of those receivers pulling down balls, it's just going to open up more running lanes for Hawkins, and it's going to make his night a little bit easier. And now you become much more multiple, much harder to defend.
From the 38, Hawkins 121 yards on 6 carries.
It's a pretty good average.
That's not bad at all. Long gets a chance with Hawkins, the lead blocker. And look at that! Long all the way to the 7-yard line. Great job by the Live Oak offensive line there, paving the way for Hagan Long.
Well, Coach Beard's going to love this. A former lineman himself, and just loves winning the game in the trenches. And here, just open up, watch the running lanes here. I mean, just big running lanes. Nobody really gets a hand on him until he's well down the field. And it's just a great job up front by the Eagle offensive line.
Alonzo Jackson finally chased him down. 31-yard run for Hagan Long. Everything going well tonight for Live Oak. Let's send it down to the field and Smacker Miles. Smacker?
Hey guys, I'm down here with a peak performance injury report. The injured player is West Feliciana's Michael Castile. He was grabbing on his left knee. He looked very in pain. It was a tough sight to see over there on their sidelines. But we're over here now back on the Live Oak sideline with peak performances. We have Aaron and Steve. Steve, what do you do in a situation like this with an injured player?
I mean, you know, we're lucky we have a pretty good team out here, so it's not just us. I mean, we got a great athletic training staff out here. We always have a doctor with us as well. So, man, we all just kind of have eyes on the field, and we just do what we can to diagnose it, stabilize it, and then make a decision ultimately.
What is it like to be a part of a partnership with youth and with health and football?
Well, you know, it's very rewarding for us to, a lot of times on Monday through Friday, we have the student athletes in our clinic with us, and to be able to push them and help them return to their healthy status, and then to see them make plays on a Friday night is very rewarding for us.
Thanks, guys. I think we have a possible scoring play coming up. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Smacker, and thanks to Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Hagan Long gets turned back to the inside, and the Saints are there. Okorie Anderson hit him hard, as he's been in on a lot of tackles right along the line of scrimmage. As Live Oak has rushed for 162 yards on the night, 47 for Hagan Long.
Yeah, it's been a big dose of Hawkins, big dose of Hagan Long, and, you know, a really big dose of that offensive line.
Live Oak has re-entered the ITI Technical College red zone. Hawkins, the tailback here. And he gets it. Hawkins got away from one defender, but that was about it. Got to the 4, and it'll be 3rd and goal.
I'll tell you what, if the Saints can somehow hold them here on 3rd down and force Live Oak into a field goal, you know, you're still giving your team a chance. You just try not to give up the 6 on this series.
Rob Oldham trying to come up with a way to stop this Live Oak offense. They are 1 for 3 on 3rd downs. Plenty of time on the play clock as they check with the sidelines. 12 seconds and counting. Palermo, little fade to Richardson. Great adjustment on the ball and a touchdown.
Well, can you say Odell Beckham? I think this is a one-handed catch here. Great throw again by Palermo, making sure that only his guy could get to it, Richardson. But I believe this is a one-handed catch. I'm trying to see down there towards the corner end zone, but Let's see. I think he goes up and gets this with one. Yes.
How about that?
I mean, the right hand does not even come around to the football. I think ever since Beckham invented this thing, man, kids love doing this. And I bet you they practice it. But I tell you what, you talk about being able to go up and get it one hand and hang on to it and using that other hand for balance just so he lands gingerly, Jeff.
Well, Brett Beer told us he can make some ridiculous catches. He made one right there to give Live Oak a 3-touchdown lead. The 7th-ranked Eagles looking good tonight. You're watching Game Time on YurView.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. Slow cook, fall off the bone perfection, and the best baked beans in America. For more Game Time high school football coverage, check out yourview.com.
Live Oak up 21-0 over the defending champs in Class 3A. Impressive performance here for Live Oak. Grant Richardson on the touchdown catch, his second of the season. And on the return, another good one from Alonzo Jackson. Up to about the 40-yard line.
If it's me, I'm putting Jackson and Morrison both out there. Guy can fly.
Let's take a look at our Crown Trophy scoring drive. Sal Palermo was 3 for 3 for 44 yards. 2 of those pass plays went to Grant Richardson. His teammate just asked him one-handed. Yeah. That's one-handed. Had the defender draped all over
me.
But
do it all the time, man.
Why even ask?
Yeah. What were you thinking?
Bennett Clement now needs to get something going here before halftime. Play action fake. He delivers a deep ball, but way over the head of Clayton Howard.
Yeah, he saw some pressure in his face and probably didn't get that ball off as smooth and cleanly as he would like, and really probably threw it before the route had completely developed. But yeah, this kid Clement, I'm impressed with the way that he tosses the ball. It's a tight spiral and just a sophomore. I mean, the Saints have something to build around.
Should say that pass was intended for Kyrie Morrison. He started 4 for 4 for 40 yards in this game. He's 0 for 3 since then. 2nd and 10.
Not the biggest kid back there, but he'll develop. His body will grow and mature.
Just under 4 minutes to go. The pitch. And still not much running room at all. Hunter Gerard gets maybe a couple. That's it. 4 yards they give him.
It's a positive run, though. I mean, look, yeah, the way this offense has been sputtering to now try to bring this into a 3rd and manageable situation will be good.
So 3rd down and 6.
Really got to get something here on this drive for the Saints.
They are 1 for 6 on 3rd down conversions here and 0 for their last 5.
As you can see, right at about 3 minutes until halftime. So just need to end this half on something positive, and by positive I mean some points on the scoreboard.
Oh, another tough snap. Unable to handle it is Clement, and he just has to fall down on it. Second time that's happened here tonight, and the frustration level growing here for West Feliciana.
God, and you know, the thing is they may have gone for it on 4th had they not had the fumble snap there, but now you don't have any choice. You got to punt the football, and that's twice we've seen that little glitch between the center and the quarterback.
They lose 8 yards. Rob Odom, calm on the sidelines, knows that this is a teaching moment for a sophomore quarterback, is facing a little bit of adversity here. They lost a tough game last week to Livonia. After beating their rival, East Feliciana, in the season opener, they lost by 4 to Livonia. And nice job by Kate DuPont to at least field that one to make sure it didn't keep rolling. 35-yard punt.
What does DuPont weigh, Jeff?
Not much.
I tell you what, he fielded the ball.
Don't miss any of the action. Go to YurView.com/football and sign up for the Game Time newsletter to get the previous week's highlights, stories, and recruiting news, along with a preview of the upcoming week's matchups delivered straight to your inbox. Again, that's YurView.com/football. Next week, we'll be down in New Iberia, Jason, for a rematch of the Division III state championship game, Notre Dame versus Catholic High.
That ought to be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It's been a while since we've been at Catholic High. Good sliding grab, or are they saying that incomplete? Well, I thought Rosevar caught it, but the pass bounced into his hands. So 2nd and 10.
Got a break there by the Saints, and so now you got to dig in here. You see Palermo, Jeff, your distant cousin, lost from Chicago, or
something like that.
Or maybe you somehow ended up there, you know. But checking with the sidelines.
Last year, he was much more of a runner, and they had to rely on him. And several games over 100 yards rushing. This year, more of a thrower. That pass incomplete to Darian Ricard, who had a 44-yard touchdown catch versus Woodlawn. So a little different offense. And Brett Beard is not afraid to experiment a little bit.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, they started last season trying to kind of spread things out. It didn't work. Then they went back to the ground and pound midway through the season, and it resulted in them getting to the quarterfinals. Good screen pass here. Key Hawkins has got the first down and more, all the way up to midfield.
Very good design there. 3rd and playing it safe with the screen, and just completely caught the Saints off guard there. And, you know, when you give Key Hawkins that much daylight, it's going to be a first time every time. But very good design play right here. The lead blocker's out in front, and that guy knows how to get you some yards.
2nd catch of the season for Key Hawkins, and a lot of movement there before the snap. But to get back to what I was saying about Brett Beard, they went to the ground and pound last year with Khalil Smith, and Sal Palermo started running the ball more. And Live Oak went on a run. This year he realizes, you know what, I got Sal who can throw the football. I do got a bruising back in Key Hawkins, but I got some other good skill position players in Grant Richardson and Hagen Law and Darian Ricard. I can get the ball to them out in the perimeter or go deep to Richardson. So using his personnel exactly like you need to use it.
Well, and the other thing is, I was talking with him on our weekly conference call, that I think he realizes if he wants to get where he wants to be, which is a state championship, he's going to have a good passing game to complement the running game. He's going to have to open up this offense a little bit more, even more outside of what his normal comfort zone would be. And he's got the receivers now and the senior quarterback to do just that, particularly in an age when offenses are scoring so many points. He may have to put up 40 or 45 points in a game.
Hawkins brought down at the 49-yard line, hit hard on the play by Okorie Anderson, who's been in on a ton of tackles here. 2nd down and 12. Live Oak not in a lot of hurry here with 1:23 and counting before halftime.
I don't think it go work. Because I want it to work.
They run the option. Hawkins trying to get a field. Good open field tackle, and that's Anderson again. Man, has he been in a lot of stops.
Yeah, he's had a really good game.
Live Oak uses a timeout here with 1:03 to go before halftime.
Well, that's an interesting timeout because it's 3rd down, and if you don't convert, you actually leave a little time for the Saints to get the football back. So not sure what that's all about.
Timeout brought to you by Gary Lewis Properties as West Feliciana waters up. They got a tough game next week against University High Last time we checked the score, U High leading Catholic High 20-0, right? In a battle of two defending state champions. Well, game time on YurView Louisiana. Thanks Louisiana Lift for their support of this telecast, specializing in customer service on equipment, rentals, parts, and training. Louisiana Lift has been serving its customers since 1980. You can check them out online at lalift.com. Call them at 753-5700. Louisiana Lift, they're always on call. And Louisiana Lift is the reason why we got that great shot there from behind the end zone. Hawkins 127 yards rushing. Palermo throws on third down and a pass too high for the receiver.
Stops the clock.
And with 58 seconds left, Live Oak will punt.
Well, Jeff, don't count my Bears out yet. 20-14. We're ready to write them off, and they've battled right back in. I mean, this is a game that a lot of people were kind of looking forward to see what happened. Obviously, Catholic beat Zachary and last week, and U High's been destroying everybody.
Southern Lab did a nice job bouncing back from the loss to U High and beating Scotlandville.
No, that's Cameron's Scotlandville Hornets. I hear you down in the truck, Cameron. I couldn't let that one go by, buddy.
Here's the punt, and this one's going to angle out of bounds about the 20-yard line. Not really coffin corner, but been a tough night for Rob Odom and his young team as they've made their fair share of mistakes in this contest. A couple of these tonight where Clement couldn't handle the snap. Here's Clement trying to make something happen on third down, and he fumbles the football. And then another mishandled snap by the sophomore signal caller.
Well, that plus not being able to get the running game going like I know they'd like, and they're just going to have to try to regroup at halftime and get some positive production on offense.
Live Oak will get the ball to begin the second half. They tried running the football with DJ Cummings right up the gut on the first couple of drives, and that went nowhere.
And Cameron said if I talk about his Hornets again, he's going to cut my mic off. Let me stop.
We'll see Southern Lab again this season against Kentwood, and one of the great rivalries in the state of Louisiana. Those two teams always meet up in the final week of the season and play for a district championship. Man, Clement had a hard time handling that snap, and he loses about 3 yards as Jalen Lee and company bring him down. West Feliciana looking to get out of here, regroup at halftime, and hope to get something going in the second half.
Some things, Jeff, I just don't understand about, coach's decision. Look, if you're going to just go to the half, kneel the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, don't take a chance on running a play and fumbling. I mean, just kneel the football if you're calling it in. Let's see here. They lined up in the shotgun. Maybe they'll take a shot.
Quick throw.
Uh-oh.
There we go. It's Kyrie Morrison time. He can't throw the ball again. Morrison playing backyard football
he's got
right
room
now.
Over here. If he picks up a block, Jeff, he could be going. Oh,
no, there's a flag, and
yeah.
Eventually this play will come to an end. And he finally goes out of bounds at the 34. Most likely either a hold or block in the back. Called on Live Oak, and they're already retreating to their locker room. So very good first half for Live Oak. Brett Beard wanted to see his team start fast. They certainly did here tonight, thanks to the running of Key Hawkins, the 85-yard touchdown run. A big backbreaker for Rob Odom and the West Feliciana Saints. They never really recovered after that. And Bennett Clement has struggled in this game. Live Oak's defense has been really good. And we'll send it down to the field and hear from Brett Beard. Smacker?
Hey guys. Coach, your offense has been really balanced this game. Two rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. What have you seen from them?
Yeah, I mean, we got to stay balanced, help our offensive line. Our offensive line's all new, so we've got to, we've got to work every aspect of the game to take a little pressure off them so people can't load the box and tee off on them. Be a little more multiple this year just to keep us more dangerous.
Earlier this week, you were really confident in your defensive line, but you were a little worried about just making sure the depth in the secondary and the linebackers was there. They've contained the edge really well tonight.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good. We've got to play a better second half right here. I think we left a couple daggers out there on the field. We just got to keep playing physical. We got to keep playing assignment football, being disciplined, and making plays on the edge.
Thanks, Coach.
Brett Beard takes a 21-0 lead into the locker room, and there will be some adjustments made there for the Eagles, but they're 24 minutes away from a 3-0 start. Our halftime show will begin after this. This is Game Time on YurView.
Game Time Halftime is brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. Slow cooked, fall off the bone perfection, and the best baked beans in America. Gary Lewis Property. From apartments, condominiums, and townhomes, Gary Lewis Properties is a top provider in Baton Rouge of residential and commercial property for rent. Monogram Express. We make ordinary gifts extraordinary. And by Louisiana Lift. And Louisiana Lift, we're always on call. Check out YurView.com for in-depth high school football coverage.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my Blues Mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Exercising is my life, so when I had to stop because of my foot and ankle pain, I was absolutely devastated. I chose Peak, and they taught me how to relieve the pain. They really do bring out the athlete in everyone. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Tonight's Game Time League standings are brought to you by Crown Trophy. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
Welcome to the West Feliciana Parish halftime show from Live Oak High School, where the Eagles are leading the West Feliciana Saints 21-0. Earlier today, Jim Hogg had a chance to talk with someone from West Feliciana Parish.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. We've got a great sponsor right here. Karen Saints here with West Feliciana Parish up there in the beautiful hills of St. Francisville. Hey, Karen, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Jim. Thank you for having us. You know, West Feliciana, we are just delighted to be here tonight. We have it all in West Feliciana Parish, and we can be 30 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge. It's a very small town, caring atmosphere, and one of our highlights of our community is our school district. You know, we offer pre-K for 4 years old and up, and they are studying STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
It's some of the best school districts in the whole state. You've got low crime. You've got all the governmental leaders pulling together from every department. Your medical facilities are state-of-the-art, and it's just an amazing parish to live in. The beautiful hills of West Feliciana. I mean, you don't fight the traffic anymore. You can have it all in West Feliciana Parish. If you even thought about moving or relocating a business, think West Feliciana Parish. They're open for business. How can people get a hold of you?
By calling the parish. Go to our website at westfelicianaparish.org.
And I have got the West Feliciana Parish cheerleaders. Girls,
we love game time!
We continue with the West Feliciana Parish halftime show with our Teachers of the Week.
Hey guys, I'm down here with the Teachers of the Week. We have Mrs. Ellison and Mrs. Gregoire. Mrs. Gregoire is from Live Oak and Mrs. Ellison from West Feliciana. Miss Gregoire teaches 9th grade math. What kind of values do you want to instill in those kids?
Oh my goodness, our kids are wonderful, and so they do great no matter what we do. But you know, if they are positive about their futures and they can learn something along the way, learn some algebra along the way, we've done our job.
Your kids really excelled on their end of the year testing. What do you do to ensure that success?
Oh my goodness, well, we pray, and the Lord is always faithful. But I have a wonderful co-teacher, and the kids, like I said, they just come out and they do their best every year, so they make it worth it.
Thank you, Miss Ellison, or Miss Gregoire. Now we have Miss Ellison. She's from West Feliciana. She teaches career readiness and fantasy lit. What are you teaching those kids about their futures?
How hard it is and how hard they have to work. They have to go out in life. They have to know what they want to do, and they have to be willing to work hard for it. That's the main thing I talk to them about. Work hard now so that you can enjoy your future.
College applications can be a lot more challenging than they may seem as far as understanding, putting together a resume and essays. How do you teach those kids to move on?
Mostly just for them to have a goal. We talk about a small goal that leads to a bigger goal and a bigger goal after that. And that once they start planning and looking ahead, that they can reach their dreams and have those goals. That's the main thing.
A huge thank you to our Teachers of the Week for being here with us on YurView's Game of the Week. We are live from Live Oak High School, and we will have the Students of the Week here with us when we come back from this break.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
I think that people want to be in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
I spent years suffering from knee pain, so I decided to have replacement surgery. My doctor did a great job, and he allowed me to choose Peak for my PT. I should have done this a long time ago. I'm so glad I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
All Live Oak here after one half of play from Watson, Louisiana, as the Eagles leading the West Feliciana Saints 21-0. All-Star Automotive Group is sponsoring Live Oak football this season. We caught up with them earlier tonight.
Hey guys, I'm here with Kelly Hennessy from the Livingston Parish School Board, and I'm going to let her take it away.
I want to thank you, Smacker, so much for being here. Cox Game of the Week means the world to us here at the Live Oak High School community in the Live Oak District. I'm honored to have Beth Jones, the principal of Live Oak High School. And Beth, we're also the National Guard Game of the Week, aside from the Cox Game of the Week.
Exactly. We are so excited for the recognition that our team is getting. We thank Cox for being here, the National Guard, for allowing our students to wear their jerseys tonight. We're also very excited for All-Star to be with us. We believe in excellence here at Live Oak High School and only the best for our students. And these gentlemen have graciously provided a vehicle for our school for a long-term adventure for the next few years. And we're excited because it helps us to bring things to the next level, and it helps us to make the students able to achieve that next level of excellence. Starts at elementary, works its way all up to the high school, and Live Oak schools are known for their excellence. So thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Nick and John with All-Star Automotive, I tell you, y'all coming on board to be a title sponsor. You know, our tradition here, it's all about pride, character, tradition. Y'all have so much tradition. So many of our community members drive All-Star, but for y'all to come on board and sponsor us like this and to make milestones happen for our kids, we can't say thank you enough to you guys.
We appreciate you very much, and we're proud term sponsor with y'all, so we're looking forward to many years of this.
Many years and long term. You don't know how that's music to my ears. I can't thank y'all enough. And the vehicles y'all are providing, it's going to raise over $100,000 for our Live Oak schools.
That's an extreme amount. And we would love to be a sponsor of this, like John said, long term. We're excited to be a brand new store here in Livingston Parish with the Nissan and Kia stores, and then obviously Matt's second location, which was the Ford and Dodge store in Denham Springs. So we're excited.
Y'all are a class act, and what great people. I tell you, these handsome gentlemen are making dreams come true. The vehicles behind us, we get 3 new vehicles every single game week that we have a home game. And in October, at the final home game, we're going to draw the winner of one of these proud vehicles, your choice. Again, we're about to build softball and baseball, and All-Star is going to be a part of it. We can't thank you, Cox, for letting us be the game of the week. Thank you so much, Cox, and thank you, All-Star.
Thank you, Kelly. Back to you guys.
Now time to introduce you to our Scholars of the Week from these 2 schools, and for that we send it back down to the field and Smacker Miles.
Hey guys, here with the Scholars of the Week for their outstanding academics, we have Michael from West Feliciana. His favorite subject is art, so I'm going to talk to him a little bit about why is it your favorite?
I would say art is my favorite, simply because my teacher, he makes the classroom environment very enjoyable.
You said you play tennis outside of school?
Yes, ma'am.
What else are you into?
Not very much. Fortnite.
We always have some Fortnite lovers. Over here is Nick. He is from Live Oak. He has quite the resume. And as a senior in high school, he is the best runner in Livingston Parish, and he is also the class president. How do you balance everything?
I don't, it's a lot of hours of sleep lost, but it's all worth it.
What do you do in school to ensure that you have success academically?
I pay attention in class, and I stand up in class and stretch to make sure I stay awake so I don't miss any important stuff in the lessons.
Thanks, guys, and congrats on this honor. After the break, we'll be talking about stats and showing some first half highlights. Stay with us.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is, for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my blues mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today 225-686-1111.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Coming winding down the halftime show here, sponsored by the West Feliciana Parish. 21-0 is our score. Live Oak leading West Feliciana as the Eagles have really taken it to the Saints here tonight, Jason.
Yeah, they've been dominant, and the Saints just can't get their running game going, and a couple of turnovers, and, yeah, that's your score.
Yep, let's take a look at your first half highlights in this one. As the first big highlight of the night, Key Hawkins rips off this 85-yard touchdown run. Look at the strength, the balance, keeping defenders off of him. Big-time play by the junior running back. And then Hagan Long with a touchdown run in the second quarter. That made it 14-0. West Feliciana trying to get back in this game, but the sophomore quarterback, Bennett Clement, fumbles it. Palermo now looking for someone, but he goes down. That was a big defensive stand after that turnover. But here's a nice touchdown pass to Grant Richardson, one-handed grab in the corner of the end zone. The extra point was good, 21-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be the kickoff from Live Oak High School. This is Game Time on YurView.
This throbbing neck pain was so bad it moved to my shoulders and was causing severe headaches. Then a friend suggested I choose Peak. 2 weeks later, the pain was completely gone. So glad I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Do you need to say great job, congratulations, or way to go? Crown Trophy on Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge has the trophy, plaque, acrylic, or crystal award you're looking for. Whether it's for your team, business, or church, come to Crown Trophy. We guarantee the highest level of customer service, and there's no charge for rush orders or trophy engraving. We're nationally known and locally owned. Visit us online to view our catalog at www.crowntrophy.com.
My shoulder pain got so bad I couldn't lift anything overhead. So I chose Peak Performance, and I can't believe how much better I am now. Peak really does get you back into the game of life. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Tonight's Game Time Play of the Game is brought to you by Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Ready to serve you with auto insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, and more. Real service, real people.
Set to begin the second half from Live Oak High School. Jeff Palermo, Jason DeQuire, and Smacker Miles down on the sidelines with the Eagles up by 3 touchdowns. They get the ball. Brady Little with the kick, and this will be returned by MJ Hughes. Actually, getting on the football instead was Wesley Daigle. Let's look at your first half highlights, or stats, I should say. And West Feliciana, they wanted to come in here and run the football. That did not happen. Big difference there, and a big difference in the total yards as well. And those are the stats you would expect to see when a team is up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's been a tough night for the Saints, and we'll see if they can get something going in the second half.
Sal Palermo back out there at quarterback for the Eagles. 4 of 10 for 101 yards and a touchdown. Hagen Long, 6 rushes for 46 yards and a touchdown. Key Hawkins, 9 carries for 127 yards. He's the tailback here. And they hand it off to the fullback. And they get a few yards there. Let's send it down to the field and Smacker Miles.
Hey guys, when I talked to Coach Odom at the end of the halftime, he seemed disappointed more than anything else. He said that he wants his team to approach this half like it's 0-0, new game in the second half, to be able to try to have some success and have those younger kids be learning this half. He said that he wants them to do their best to execute and eliminate the little mistakes, and that this is when you find out what a team is made of, and they can really show that they have some heart and toughness tonight, and that he'd be really proud of that. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Smacker. And yeah, West Feliciana has not been in a game like this yet this year. They beat East Feliciana 23-6, and then they lost a tough one to Livonia last week, 21-17. So the first time that they have really been punched in the mouth here this season. Alonzo Jackson in on the stop. And West Feliciana's defense can make a bit of a statement if they can force a 3-and-out. 3rd down and 4 coming up here for the Eagles.
Well, and that's the right mindset. Just have your team focused not on the scoreboard, but playing your position, doing your assignment, and just trying to get yourself back in the game with a few positive plays.
Long gets to carry up the right side, a hard-hitting play, and that's a first down for Live Oak. Nice job by Hagen Long. Only 4 penalties in that first half. Each team had 2 for 10 yards. Live Oak had 8 plays in the first half of 10 yards or more. 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line. Hawkins to tailback. They give to the fullback Long, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. First defender there for West Feliciana was Aaron Spears. Came into the game with 9 tackles. Gain of 2 for Long. There's a look at Spears, a junior.
I know. What y'all thinking?
Key Hawkins got some blockers. Great job by that offensive line as they fire and push back West Feliciana's defense. Hawkins gets about 5 there.
Yeah, just tough running. I mean, right in the trenches there. You see Key Hawkins kind of shaking his. No, he's just saying, hey, let's go, feed me the ball.
Hoping to get a big night tonight. He's already had one, but can really pile on the yards after 127 yards in the first half.
Saunders.
3rd down and 2.
Jones.
Opportunity here for the Saints to get this Eagles offense off the field.
Long trying to get that first down, and I think he's going to, oh, it's going to be close. All going to depend on the spot. Great effort there by Long. Great effort by the West Feliciana defense, and they don't even bring the chains over. They say first down. He loses a shoe in the process as well, does Hagen Long. Football at the 39-yard line. Another check with me at the sidelines. Bob Howell was the offensive coordinator here last season at Live Oak. Eric France has done a nice job. Hawkins, nice job getting down low, not really making himself a target at all, and he picks up 8.
Yeah, just an impressive running back. Shows you he can break them open, but he can also really, which I think his strong suit is just getting those tough yards right in the middle of the teeth of the defenses.
He's now up to 144 yards on 12 carries. 2nd and 2.
It's the start of the 3rd quarter, 144 yards.
Richardson, the wide receiver, to the near side. They put Daigle in motion, and they give it to Long, and Long is hit right behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Saints defensively that time. Bunch of West Fel defenders there. Antonio Hale, one of them, a freshman, getting some playing time out there. Also there defensively, Braden Anderson. Along with Chris Emery. A lot of new defenders out there. 3rd down and 2 now for Live Oak. This drive has already eaten up 4.5 minutes in the second half, and they have yet to even cross midfield. Hawkins looking for a running room. They're trying to strip that ball away from him. He's got the first down at the 50. He juggled it at first, and Clayton Howard thought he had an opportunity to strip it away from him, but Hawkins too strong, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, Hawkins' strength, you're right. I mean, Howard gets a hand in there, and watch how Hawkins is just able to maintain this football. Almost a strip fumble here, right there, and he's just pulling on it, and Hawkins says, oh no, that is my football. I'm not sharing with you tonight, and able to get the first down.
6 of 9 now on 3rd down conversions. That's impressive here for Live Oak. Palermo will throw.
He's got him.
And the pass just sailed a little bit towards out of bounds. Daigle trying to make the grab.
I don't know, man.
He was defended by Hunter Duos.
The mistake here by Palermo, he should have let the ball go already. Took a little bit too long, and the ball floated on him, but Daigle had him beat by about 7-8 yards, and then when Palermo kind of delayed his throw there, defender was able to make up some ground.
Check that. That was Sanders Nelson on the coverage, who's got some good speed there at cornerback. So now 2nd and 10 for Live Oak. That finally stops the clock with 6:56 to go in this 3rd quarter. Long stumbles ahead for about 2 or 3. So now a 3rd down and 8. Brett Beard trying to lead this team to a 3-0 start. They're in good position right now. Over 200 yards rushing tonight for Live Oak. Quick hitter here to Long. Long drags a tackler, but he'll be a couple yards shy of the first down.
And the thing that Coach Beard is going to be happy about in this game, unlike the others, is that they started better. They were able to get points up on the board and really build out a lead. They said they were going to go NASCAR in practice this week, and maybe that helped.
Timeout for hydration, and with 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, Live Oak faces 4th down and 3. We'll be back after this.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
I think that people want to be in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
Don't miss any of the action. Go to yourview.com/football and sign up for the Game Time newsletter to get the previous week's highlights, stories, and recruiting news, along with a preview of the upcoming week's matchups delivered straight to your inbox. Live Oak facing 4th down and 2 from the 41. They're 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight. This is the 13th play of the drive, opening drive of the second half. 10 seconds on the play clock here. And that ball to Hawkins, who puts his head down and has the first down. All the way up to the 31-yard line, a gain of 10. And when it's 4th and 2, that's a good guy to give the football to.
Yeah, there's no question where that football was going to go. I think everybody in the stadium knew where that football was going to go, and why not give it to you, the strength of your offense, Key Hawkins, and there you go, just putting that head down. And you talk about it, low center of gravity, and when he gets, not a big, tall guy to start off with, but when he really gets down low, it's hard to get a clean shot on it.
1st and 10 at the 30, Hawkins again. Man, and he busts through that hole for another first down. That's got to be some tired West Feliciana defenders out there. 14-yard run on this very impressive drive to start the second half.
Well, and he's patient. And the other thing is he's got good vision in the hole. You can see he kind of, you know, good running backs can kind of just feel their way to some of the openings in the holes in the middle of the line of scrimmage, and Key Hawkins has that ability.
Now the ball is at the 16-yard line. In the Gary Lewis Properties red zone, Hagen Long for a couple. Long has that elusiveness to him, while Hawkins just comes right at you downhill. Nice combination in the backfield there for the Eagles.
Yeah, it is. And again, you know, Hagen Long is not going to be called on to do all the things that Hawkins is. He's more the utility player. He's going to pick up that key block, and he's just going to really be that guy in this Eagles offense to do all the dirty work.
Fumbled snap on the 15th play of the drive. Palermo falls on it, and it'll set up another 3rd down here for the Eagles as Palermo has a conversation there with his center, Laughlin Coley, saying, hey, man, what happened there?
He's trying to read what he has on his towel. It looked like Nana or something. I don't know what that is, Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, it may be working.
3rd and 8.
It may be Nana, you're not going to beat us again this year, you know?
3-step drop. Now he lofts it to the end zone. Richardson wide open. What a way to cap off a drive that took over 8 minutes to complete. And Live Oak now extends its lead to 27-0.
Well, he caught the last one one-handed. This one he was so wide open, I thought maybe he was going to try to do a behind-the-back catch or something. But really here, there was nobody within 10 yards of him. And, you know, Palermo is just, I mean, if you give him an opportunity with an open receiver, he's going to beat you. He's that good of a passer, but really nobody around Richardson there. And that's his second time in the end zone tonight.
Palermo on the hold, Crenshaw on the kick. He's 4 for 4 on extra points tonight. We'll take a look at it here again.
Yeah, just a little fade route. I mean, just nobody in coverage and just wide open. I think he's looking around and like, really?
Seemed like West Feliciana anticipating a run play there. Sanders Nelson started moving into the box, and that left Richardson wide open in the end zone. That might be the easiest touchdown catch he'll have all season.
Well, and Palermo's so good back there. I mean, that's the other thing he can do. He can read defenses. He's a senior. They're going to give him more latitude to kind of change plays and do what he needs to do at the line of scrimmage. And, you know, good job there by Palermo looking at what the defense was giving him.
Crenshaw's kick taken at the 5. And another, good tackle in the open field there. I think Daigle might have tackled him. Either Daigle or might have been Branson McCoy. As Alonzo Jackson has had some decent returns, and now for the first time, West Feliciana will touch the ball here in the second half. Been a long time since they've been on the field. First and 10 at the 29 here for West Feliciana. Bennett Clement had a rough first half there. Mishandled a couple of snaps, fumbled the football.
Too easy. But one might be in their box.
Clement will throw, and the pass a little high, and he left his receiver up there as Eli Johnson really hit Clayton Howard hard.
Yeah, that time Morrison was used to clear out for Howard on a crossing route and really had him, but as you mentioned, Bennett just threw that ball a little too high, and once you cause your receivers to go up like that, you really expose them to the defensive backs, and good play there by the Eagles secondary.
Well, 2nd and 10 now at the 29-yard line. Clement throws another one, and that one nearly intercepted.
Yeah, you can't throw that football. That was not there. Linebackers did a good job reading it. They tried that play earlier, but when you see those linebackers backing off into coverage, you're just never going to be able to get that slant in there. And just an ill-advised throw there. Lucky Clement's going to get this one back.
So 3rd and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Maybe 3 straight passes by the Saints.
And Morrison dropped it. It's been that kind of night for West Feliciana. Second time we've seen Morrison drop the football as West Feliciana now 1 for 8 on 3rd downs. And this is tough. This is a team that's been in advanced to the semifinals the last 3 years, and those were plays that came easy to them last year.
Well, it was a little off target, and probably you hear Ricard coming up on you, and just that split loss of concentration. But that's a catch that Morrison has to make for his young quarterback and be willing to take that contact.
Holland has averaged 39 yards a punt. Gets off a fairly good one here. Fair catch single at the 39. And that one was for 32 yards.
My boy DuPont, all I do is catch footballs. He does it. Hey, but look, that's valuable. You got somebody with hands back there, not afraid, because you see when you can't get your hands on it, that ball rolls 16, 20 yards on you. But my boy DuPont.
Sal Palermo has thrown 2 touchdown passes tonight to double his total on the season. Now has 4 TDs.
Must be that sleeve on his arm, Jeff. Like that basketball sleeve they use. I see the quarterbacks using it now.
Well, if the parade isn't working, can you just
He threw 2 touchdown passes against West Feliciana last year. West Feliciana won this game a year ago. This game has always been a close contest. Last 3 years decided by 10 points. And look at this, Hagan Long. Long is in the defensive secondary and brought down at the 27-yard line by Sanders Nelson. Another big offensive play for the Eagles, 35 yards that time.
Well, that offensive line by Live Oak is really just having their way up there. I mean, they can kind of run the ball at will, whether it's Long or Hawkins. I mean, they're both getting their opportunities to punish this Saints defense. And
well, from the 26-yard line. And Long moving that pile again to the 20. Let's go down to the field and Smacker Miles.
Hey guys, I talked to Sal Palermo when he was on the sidelines after their last drive about that towel that he wears that says Nana. He said that he wears the towel to honor his Nana who passed a couple weeks before school started. She went through a long battle with cancer and he wants to live on her legacy. He said that she's a kind person and she's extremely positive in all situations, and he wants to be just like her with that positive in all situations. Back to you guys.
Good story there, Smacker, and knew it meant something.
Yeah, and that's special. I mean, you lose somebody that close to you, and probably you're going to get, some inspired play by Sal Palermo, and what a way to honor his Nana.
Live Oak is back inside the Gary Lewis Properties red zone. They got a 3rd down and 3 coming up. They've been really good on 3rd downs. Palermo's been good tonight. 6 of 12 for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Key Hawkins has been destructive inside the 10. Came in averaging 8.5 yards a carry. That average will not go down after tonight.
No, it won't. And I'll tell you what, if the Eagles are able to punch another one in here, That's probably going to be about it for Hawkins, because one of the things, look, this is not a district game. It's not even within the same division, and you don't want to come out of here and you're up this big and potentially get an injury. So you might see 24 and 5 come out, and before long, if it stays like this, Palermo might also find himself on the sideline.
Live Oak begins district play next week against Zachary, the defending 5A champs. And West Feliciana will face the defending Division II champs, the U High Cubs.
Maybe have another injury down there. 2 of the Saints players on there looked like they were having trouble getting on their feet. But they're just taking a pounding. I mean, they're just taking a pounding up front. And the thing about Brett Beard, he loves to play physical football. He loves to just wear you out and feel like you've been battered after the end of the game. And that's what this Eagles offense is doing.
2nd and goal. Long, inside the 5.
There is nothing finesse about the way Live Oak plays football.
Well, the former offensive lineman at Vanderbilt, and he was on the first team at Southeastern Louisiana when they reinstated football in 2003. Played for Hal Mummy.
Hal Mummy.
Yeah.
Man, that guy used to go crazy at Kentucky, right?
Yeah, and he went crazy in Southeastern Louisiana,
yeah,
too.
that is a different kind of, yeah.
Remember that staff? They had Woody Woodenhofer as the defensive coordinator, the former Vanderbilt head coach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lions got a big game tomorrow against Central Arkansas, the defending champs in the Southland Conference.
Now, was he the coach of Tim Couch? Was Mummy there?
Yes, yeah,
he was.
I think he was. I think you're right about that.
I remember Couch, and then they had the other big quarterback that was about 300 pounds, Lorenzen or something.
Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a player down on the ground here, and I believe it's another Saints player. As they've been not only beaten up on the scoreboard, but they've had a few guys go down with injuries, including their top offensive and defensive lineman, Taylor Castile. And
it's a physical game, and I think Coach Odom is just hoping. Hey, look, you see Castile. That's one of your, the bloodline of your football team.
Hunter Gerard, another good player on this West Feliciana team, and it just doesn't get any easier next week when you got to go up against U High. The schedule lightens up after that point for West Feliciana, and maybe in the second half of the schedule when they play the likes of Bruley, Glen Oaks, Baker, play Kinder. Kinder's usually a good team on the 2A level. But maybe they can get a little confidence, a little momentum, and be a dangerous team by the time the 3A playoffs come around. 3rd and goal here for Live Oak. Under 30 seconds to go. Palermo keeps it. He's into the end zone. And that might be the exclamation point on his night tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you see players going down, and the main thing is to make sure you keep your key players healthy, no pun intended there. But you got Key Hawkins and Palermo and Hagan, and all those guys have done a lot of damage here on offense tonight. And here Palermo's thrown one in. He's helped his team drive down there, and this time he says, "Look, I'm gonna get in on the action." Takes a shot to the head there, and fortunately he's okay.
The extra point is good. Let's send it back down to the field and Smacker Miles.
Hey guys, I have Jesse Cassard here. He is the new baseball coach at Live Oak. They have some exciting news to share with us about the groundbreaking of their baseball and softball fields. What's that's going to look like?
Yeah, we broke ground Wednesday. They actually have been moving dirt last 2 days and taking down fences. So it's a really exciting time right now for Live Oak High School. What the football team's doing, we just want to match the successes of the baseball team. But it's a state-of-the-art facility, $6.83 million baseball softball facility that our kids will be able to train year-round in. So
to have an indoor turf area, what does that mean for the production of these teams?
Yeah, both fields, softball and baseball, are 100% turf. There's no grass or dirt in the entire facility. And then the indoor facilities both are turf. So you're never out of a practice. You're never out of a training session. We can practice anytime at night. So just such a benefit and such an advantage for us.
This also means that the kids don't have to travel to an off-site location to get practice in after school. What's that going to do for their daily schedules?
Yeah, so we're on a block schedule. It's going to be great for us because we can start baseball on our own in our own facility at 12:45. So for us, we can get more in and be more efficient having our own facility on campus.
Thanks, Coach. It sounds like it's going to be really exciting. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Smacker. Live Oak, a few years ago, they played for a 5A state championship. They lost to Barb, and Barb had a really good team. I think at that, Barb might have been ranked as the best team in the country that year. They had a ton of good players on that team, the Jordan twins. West Feliciana, they won a state championship in baseball 2 years ago, and Jesse Cassard, who did a good job at Zachary, now the new head coach here at Live Oak. From the 16-yard line, as West Feliciana tries to do something offensively, this is how they started the game. They tried to run the ball right at Live Oak, but got nowhere thanks to that Eagles defense. Blake Robinson in on the stop there on our final play of the third quarter. A dominating performance by the 7th-ranked team in 5A. Live Oak has taken it to West Feliciana here tonight. 35-0 as Live Oak has a lot to be happy about. Key Hawkins has been a battering ram, and that guy's been pretty good too tonight. Hagen Long, this is Game Time on YurView.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my Blues Mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Exercising is my life, so when I had to stop because of my foot and ankle pain, I was absolutely devastated. I chose Peak, and they taught me how to relieve the pain. They really do bring out the athlete in everyone. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Dominating third quarter and a dominating performance for Live Oak. 35-0 over West Feliciana. They ran 24 plays in that third quarter for 143 yards. West Feliciana ran 4 for 0 yards. That's about as dominating as it gets, as DJ Cummings gets maybe 2 on that carry. And another 3rd and long for the Saints.
Yeah, I was sitting there listening to the interview about the baseball field. And grass is like getting a bad name these days, you know? I mean, 5-10 years when we do a game on grass, it's going to be like, that's old school football, you know? I don't think anybody's going to have grass in the future.
Nope, it's this is the way to do it with the turf. Less maintenance, and all the teams, everybody can get out there and practice. Here's a big play. Clayton Howard on the pitch, all the way up to the 39-yard line. One of the better offensive plays of the night. And then finally brought down by Cam Naps. But a gain of about 19 or so.
Yeah, and I think well, credit Feliciana on the run. It's a good play, but I think now Beard is starting to try to develop some of his younger players. Looks like some new folks out there on defense, and trying to get as many people an opportunity to play as he can.
Longest offensive play of the night for West Feliciana. Well, they'll pitch it out again. And another big run coming up here for West Feliciana. All the way up to the 35, as that was Sanders Nelson. 27 yards that time for the Saints.
Well, back-to-back good big plays and big pickups for the Saints, and just trying to keep their heads up and keep grinding. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just run the plays and try to get as much production as you can.
At the 35-yard line now is West Fel. Clement has gone the whole way. There's the flag there.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Against West Feliciana.
Rough night here for the longtime head coach at West Feliciana, Rob Odom's team.
Yeah, it has been, but this is a rebuilding year for for West Feliciana. I know that's not what they want to hear. And look, the team that they had last year, that doesn't come along very often. And I still think this team can be pretty good, particularly in their respective division. But they just don't have the same talent and horsepower that they had last year. You said earlier, I mean, they've lost 5,000 yards of production on offense, and yeah, it's just hard to replace.
Yeah, very difficult. But he's the coach to lead them back to eventually get this West Feliciana program going again, and off to a 1-2 start. Facing a difficult test next week against U-High. 2nd and 7. A little collision in the backfield, but Clement keeps it, now pitches it. And that's another first down for the Saints to the 22-yard line. Last year was a special season for West Feliciana to go 14-1. Played Richwood in the state championship game and won 40-21.
That's impressive.
Yeah, certainly was. Devon Smoke House set a prep composite state championship record with 167 kick return yards in that game. And 87 yards for a touchdown to begin the second half. Darius Davis had an interception. Davis had a huge game. Oh, bad pitch here on the ground, and Live Oak, I think, has the football as the defender wrestles it away from Sanders Nelson as it was recovered by Damian Kapling.
Well, Sanders Nelson will probably get a little talking to on the sideline. This is things you don't want to see, even when your team is down. That ball's on the ground, and Nelson just looked like he didn't want to jump on it. And these Eagles they're not going to shy away. They see a loose ball, they're going scrapping for it. But Sanders kind of half-hearted committed to going and recovering that football.
Second turnover of the night for the Saints. It ends their best drive of the night, and I would imagine we'll see a bunch of new players out there offensively for Live Oak. And Rhett Rozier, who is the backup quarterback. Speaking of baseball, he's a really good baseball player on that Eagles team, already committed to Southeastern Louisiana as a junior. Or he's heading into, obviously he's a junior now, so heading into his junior season on the baseball diamond. He's 6'2", 255 pounds. Not much on the first play there as the Saints shut that running play down right at the line of scrimmage. On the carry for the Eagles is Trenton O'Quinn, a junior running back. Ball at the 30-yard line. U-High up big over the Catholic Bears now, 34-14. Cubs got out to a 20-0 lead. Bears got it down to 6, and U-High at it again. I bet you they've had some big touchdown plays in that game. 30, 40, 50 yards.
I'm sure. And, you know, look, that U High team just has so much in terms of its explosive players. And it beats you just so many different ways that eventually, you know, once they get it going, it's really, I mean, you're going to have to put up. Any team that's going to beat them, you're going to have to put up in the 40s to beat U High.
John Arrett leading Destrehan 25-14. Destrehan, of course, has the Georgia commit at running back, John Emery, and apparently the John Arrett defense is really good again this year as they're shutting down Destrehan. Hard run up the middle. John Arrett 2 years ago beat Live Oak in a playoff game on this field, the first home playoff game in Live Oak's history. And that John Arrett team went on to lose to Zachary. Zachary won its first of now 2 state championships in football. So 4th down. Of course, that Zachary team had Lindsey Scott that year.
Is he still at the JUCO or is he done over there?
He is at Missouri.
Oh, he went to Missouri.
That's right.
First year there, right?
Yep. Playing behind Drew Locke.
And he will play behind Drew Locke.
Crenshaw to punt. Lowell Narcisse, I see, has really done well on the JUCO level at East Mississippi. And Keaton Thompson, I think he will be a star at Mississippi State when Nick Fitzgerald moves on.
And they'll pick and choose when to get him in this season. He'll play some. Yeah,
he's already started one game, put up huge numbers. He had I think he threw for 5 touchdowns, ran for 2, kind of like what he did at Landry Walker. I mean,
yeah, I'm just hoping he doesn't have his breakout SEC game in you-know-where stadium. So
setting it down to the field with Smacker Miles. Smacker.
Hey guys, we are right in front of the student section and there's a chant going on. Last name Miles, and I can tell you it's not for me. I am here with Les Miles. We decided to welcome him to YurView Game of the Week with a special greeting. We have some grass for his 4th quarter snack going on here.
Way too much. Let's get down to one little piece of grass. Much better.
One strand at a time. Louisiana high school football has done a lot in the Miles family. It gave our boys 2 high school state championships, gave Dad some recruits, and it gave me a sideline job that's been wonderful. What have you seen from Louisiana high school football?
Well, it's just like tonight. You know, this is a stadium full of people that love their team, and 2 real quality teams battle today. Don't take the score seriously. There's plenty of time and plenty of football left to play. Coach Odom will get them going, and congratulations to Coach Beard. This is, West Feliciana won the state championship a year ago. You know, they took them to task today.
Just in the last week, Dad's been asked by several high school coaches to talk to their teams, and each time he says that he would love to, and it's just about finding time because he would enjoy meeting those guys and helping them out any way he could. But if you were to go in their locker room or during a practice, what would you want to tell them about their high school football years?
Well, they're going to make friends, lifetime friends, you know, in a place where you work hard for someone else, where you work hard for the team, where you work hard for your buddies, your brothers in football. And the connection that is, you know, teammate to teammate is lifetime and lifelong. So I really enjoy and cherish these moments because they're fleeting. It'll be sometime you'll be an old fart coach, and my high school years are a long way away.
Dad always joked about being my caddy if I ever got to sideline a job, and it was something that I talked about since I was a little girl. So this is the first time he's been able to be here when we've been here because he's been traveling to the boys' games. So what is it like to finally be the caddy?
Well, I thought I was going to get to hold the camera. I mean, I didn't know that you were going to have a cameraman over there. I figured that that I'd get a chance to work the camera. So, babe, I'm enjoying it a bunch because, one, I'm on the sideline. I got the best view in the house. I'm used to being on the sideline, and I got the prettiest girl in the house as well.
Let's get back to football. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys, and thanks, Coach Les Miles, for giving us some entertainment here in the fourth quarter.
I tell you what, you always get a good laugh. It was a great interview by Smacker. The only thing I'm missing is, what about the acting career? I mean, she didn't go into that, so that's all right.
Oh, look at this! Look at he's on the other side of the camera too.
Oh my goodness!
Nice shot.
Look at him.
Look at that. Hold it steady. Well, I think
guys, he is not holding this this camera properly. I am concerned for the safety. Dad, do you know that is expensive equipment you have?
I took great care, and the cameraman never lost sight of it. I mean, if they would have come off my shoulder, he'd have protected us.
We might have to get him to some of the boys' games next weekend. Back to you guys.
I think Ron's job is safe as our sideline cameraman.
Oh man.
Third down and 12 here for West Feliciana. Good stuff. Under pressure here is Clement, and it's intercepted. Wow. What a great defensive play. Third turnover of the night. That was nicely done there by Live Oak's Branson McCoy, the sophomore linebacker. We'll take a break. 4:31 left to go in this one. As Live Oak doing it in all phases of the game tonight. This is Game Time on YurView.
Tonight's Game Time play of the game is brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. Slow cooked, fall off the bone perfection, and the best baked beans in America.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
Tonight's Game Time League standings are brought to you by the best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out WFParish.org. West Feliciana Parish, where you really can have it all.
35-0, Live Oak leading West Feliciana. Great interception there. That was some special play there by Branson McCoy.
Like some stickum on those hands, man. Yeah. I mean, that ball was thrown hard right at him and just swallowed it up.
Rosevier back out there for his second. No, we got a new quarterback out there. That is Blaze Priester. Blaze Priester, a sophomore. And a new running back, that is MJ Hughes. So a lot of guys getting some playing time here tonight. I don't think these guys will be playing against Zachary though next week.
Probably not. Probably. If I had to look, and I don't bet often, Jeff, but I think this bet's pretty safe. If they do, it's not good news.
Oh, nothing happening there as West Feliciana back quickly. Dane Rabelais leading the defensive effort there.
And look, you got the backups going in, but I will tell you, Live Oak is going to have some motivation here. Anytime you can try to pitch a shutout in a football game, it's big. And so, these backups are not going to want to let those starters down who've played a whale of a football game. So they're still going to be flying around out there.
Third down and long here is Brett Beard enjoying what he has seen here tonight. Priester will hand it off again to Hughes. And not much on that carry. So it's 4th down.
So Jeff, size this Live Oak team up, man.
Yeah,
from last year.
Well, I mean, the dynamic of throwing the football is impressive.
I agree. I agree.
Defensively, they're pitching a shutout here, so it's hard to argue against that. You'd kind of like to see it. I think you could judge them a little bit more with a more explosive offense. But they have some weapons on offense.
And I think that deep run into the playoffs last year is going to help them out experience-wise.
Yes. I mean, you look at what they have done here in the first. Well, returning it here is Clayton Howard. Howard to the 20 and gets all the way up to the 28-yard line. Hanging on to him was Aiden Saunders. $52-yard punt, 25-yard return.
They slowing you down,
So this will nullify a pretty good return.
Illegal block in the back, number 10 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. First down, West Feliciana.
Second time that's happened here tonight. Let's take a look at our play of the game.
I got a feeling I know what this may be here.
Well, how about this? One-handed grab. Richardson making the catch in the corner of the end zone.
Oh, Beckham-like, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, other hand didn't even touch the football. That's impressive. Impressive. Good concentration by Richardson.
Well, these guys are going to have a fun weekend, but it'll be all business come Monday morning.
Oh, it will be.
Getting ready for the Broncos.
That's going to be a challenge.
Next week, we'll be down in New Iberia for Notre Dame and Catholic High. Panthers and the Pios. Notre Dame playing Turling's Catholic tonight. Last time I saw them, I think Notre Dame was winning that game.
And we'll get a Turling's Catholic game, too, this year.
Yeah, we'll get Turling's and St. Thomas More.
There you go. There's the
repeat of probably our best game of the regular season.
It was a great game. Two quarterbacks just really, really competing, played a good game.
This time we'll be at STM. The pitch, the ball's on the ground again. Live Oak's got another turnover. 4th one of the night. And recovering it was Damian Kapling.
That'll preserve the shutout for sure. I'm guessing Live Oak may come up here and just take a knee and see if the Saints are willing to stop the clock.
And before we get out of here tonight, I want to thank Louisiana Lift again for their support of this telecast. Specializing in customer service on equipment, rentals, parts, and training, Louisiana Lift has been serving its customers since 1980. You can check them out online at lalift.com or call their Baton Rouge office, 753-5700. Looks like Live Oak will just kneel on it here, and
yeah, no reason for the Saints to stop the clock. So.
They will improve to 3-0. West Feliciana will fall to 1-2. Both teams will play championship football programs next week. So you asked me size up Live Oak, see what that score looks like at the end of next Friday.
Yeah, that'll be a true test, and two teams that play physical. Now Zachary plays a little bit more wide open and will sling it around, but Brewerton over there still preaches a very physical game or brand of football.
And we've seen Zachary teams in the past. If you want to play Zachary, play him in September.
Yeah, not towards the end.
Once it gets to October,
man, that's money time for him, man.
That's when they really.
Yeah.
It's kind of that's what it's looked like for them the 2 years that they won a state championship, and even in between that year when they didn't win it was the same kind of thing.
Well, and Brewerton will tell you he builds his teams to peak at the right time.
Yeah, and they've done a good job. Tough night tonight for West Feliciana. And their head coach, Rob Odom. There will be better days ahead, though, for this West Feliciana program. Brett Beard has now won 23 games here at Live Oak in 4 seasons. And this is by far is the best team he's had in his 4 seasons here. A very impressive performance. So after West Feliciana had defeated Live Oak 3 consecutive seasons, the Eagles take them behind the woodshed here tonight.
Yeah, impressive performance just all the way around. Pitched a shutout on defense and, you know, got the offense going in multiple ways, through the air, on the ground. Key Hawkins was dominant as usual. Sal Palermo threw some great balls, and 35-0.
All right, let's send it down to Smacker Miles and Coach Brett Beard.
Coach, you said you wanted your team to start faster. To me, they played an overall inspired game. What did you think?
Yeah, I was really pleased. I think we played, 48 minutes, which we kind of instill in these kids. You got to come out and throw the first lick. You got to pour it on. You got to keep fighting. You got to keep grinding. The ups and downs, handling the adversity. I thought they did a great job tonight. Just, saying pretty even kill, even in some times where we stalled out a couple times. We could have thrown some haymakers right there. We left some things out there, but I thought we stayed even kill and played a pretty smooth game.
What does your team need to do moving into big tests against Zachary and Denham Springs?
Now it's time. We got to figure out how to put our hard hat on, and these are the teams we got to beat if we want to start getting mentioned with that top tier and keep growing this program. Our district's ridiculous. It's probably the toughest in the state, and got to go back to work and see what we can do.
I know it's probably hard to see after tonight's win, but what areas can your team improve to be state champions this year?
Well, we got to do a better job on the offensive line. We're still making too many mistakes, still letting some things go that some guys are getting biased that they shouldn't be getting biased. We just got to get back to back to the basics and continue to improve.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank y'all.
I think Brett Beard is undefeated in the regular season in games that we've covered him. His program has become one of the best. All of Livingston Parish, the football has gotten really good in this parish over the last few seasons, and he's a big reason for that. This game could not have been possible without the fine folks over at the Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance Companies.
I'm Kurt Nichols, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in Livingston Parish. I'm not just a voice on the other end of a phone or an anonymous email. We're your neighbors. We're here to help. Whether it's volunteering for a local school or a community organization or cooking a pastelaia for an athletic event, we're always trying to give back to our community so we can better get to know our clients. I've met Travis. Travis is a great guy. He seems to take a lot of pride in his job and his role as the coach. Cooked my pastelaia. The kids, whenever it came time, they finished up practice. They were able to come over and get a nice hot meal that hopefully gives them some energy for the meet that they have coming up this weekend. Friday night football is the greatest thing that you can hope for on a Friday. Friday night football is at the high school level it's what every kid wants to be. They want to be out there and have the chance to win the game and to be able to compete. It also gives my clients a chance to better get to know me. This is a great opportunity. Farm Bureau gives us the opportunity, along with Cox, to be able to live our motto, which is real service, real people.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone. Stronger, faster, better. Choose Peak. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit YurView.com/Louisiana.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
I think that people want to be
in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my Bluesmobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans.
In Watson, Louisiana, Jeff Palermo along with Jason DeQueer. Dominating performance by Live Oak. And they really took control of this game with the 85-yard touchdown run by Key Hawkins. That kind of sent a statement for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Beard said in practice this week they were going to go NASCAR to make sure they started fast, and Key Hawkins broke a huge run, and then they were NASCAR the whole night, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side, pitching a shutout. And look, for this Saints team, it's a little bit of a rebuilding year. Lost a lot from last year, but look, they played tough. They didn't give up, but it's all about the Eagles tonight.
Well, let's get to our player of the game in this contest, and we just told you about that 85-yard touchdown run, and here it is. Key Hawkins fighting off defenders and staying in bounds for the biggest play of the night. That was the first score. And then Hawkins, he can also do it after he catches the ball. A battering ram. Who wants to get in front of that? And here's another nice run from him, putting his head down, exploding through the hole. Key Hawkins, our ITI Technical College player of the game, as he rushed for nearly 200 yards in this 35-0 win for Live Oak. So for West Feliciana, back to the drawing board. Tough game next week against U-High. Schedule softens up a little bit. Again, I think West Feliciana, maybe by the end of the season, they could be a team to reckon with in 3A. Yeah,
I mean, look, I was impressed with the way Bennett threw the football. I mean, I think he can throw it. And Kyrie Morrison, if you get him back fully healthy and, you know, in combination with some of the running backs they have an opportunity to get it going and have a productive year.
And a big yardstick game next week for Live Oak as they'll take on the defending 5A champions, the Zachary Broncos. That will do it for our broadcast here tonight. Want to thank everyone involved in the production. Eric Coleman, the executive producer of Game Time. Cameron Galloway, the producer here in the truck. Walter Volpatti, our director. Tommy Cooper handling the stats here tonight. For Smacker Miles, Les Miles, Jason DeQueer, Jim Hogg, I'm Jeff Palermo. Thanks for watching. We'll be in New Iberia next week. Catholic versus Notre Dame.
Game Time on YurView was brought to you by Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance, ready to serve you with auto, homeowners, life insurance, and more. Real service, real people. West Feliciana Parish. The best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out wfparish.org. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. And by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone stronger, faster, better.
Oh, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills.